Good morning, beautiful beings. Welcome to your reading. This is a guided reading from my spirit team for all of you about the transformation that you're experiencing right now. There are a lot of transformations happening within the collective. There's a lot of energetic change, movement happening. And so I've been guided to come in and do a reading for all of you that are here. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Okay, so the first card that I have gotten right now is the confidence card. And what I'm hearing is because there's so much change in the environment externally and within us, there is a need to connect to your confidence and your knowing, your inner knowing that what you're feeling is correct. Okay, is be confident in your intuitive messaging. Be confident in what you're feeling that you need to be doing right now. Okay, yeah, healing. And a lot of what needs to be done right now is healing in order for us to move forward in life and figure out what it is that we're meant to do and where it is that we want to go. There is a lot of work to be done internally. And a lot of times as human beings, that is the last thing we want to do. It's not easy, it's painful, and it forces us to get in touch with our wounding, our traumas, and sometimes really hard emotions that are easier to kind of ignore and push back. But the energies now are really about getting in tune with yourself, understanding who you are, getting to know yourself. And a huge part of that is aligning with your healing work, aligning with the pieces of you that need a little TLC, need a little bit of tending to. And a lot of times that comes up in different ways, that shows up in different ways in our lives. Um, and this is a perfect time for this is a perfect time for the focus to be around that. What do I need, right? What do you need? What does your soul need? What does your inner child need at this moment in order to get you to a place where you're feeling better, you're feeling more at peace, you're feeling more aligned? And I've gotten the card of protection here, and it's beautiful because she's holding a beautiful planet. There's a sense and a messaging and an energy right now that I'm getting about planet Earth, really the collective as a whole, going through a lot of changes. And I'm sure all of you are feeling that. And there's a need to protect and almost like take time to be still and sorry, there's a lot of messaging coming through. Be still and be protective of your heart, of your soul, of your emotions, of your needs, of what it is that you're struggling with, and tend to that so that you can understand what it's all coming up for, and then understand what your path is, or like which direction you're going to go in. Okay, there's a lot of messaging coming in here. I just want to show also, before I started the reading, I just pulled some tarot cards quickly just to get like a quick theme maybe for some energies. And the first one is Knight of Air, decisive, focused, driven, and impulsive. And the Knight of Air is the Knight of Swords. And we know that the Knight of Swords is an extremely fast, energetic card, and it's a basically fast movement. And take a look at that horse. I mean, that horse is flying, okay? And so it's called a thoroughbred horse. Get ready for progress to speed up. This situation requires you to choose logic and intellect over emotion and make your decisions quickly. And there is so much energetic movement right now and so much messaging that's coming towards you and towards us as a collective that it's kind of hard to understand and grab a hold of what it is that you're meant to be doing. And this is why this reading is so important, because all that I'm getting right now from my spirit team is that what you're meant to be doing is noticing, which is almost like this card I feel is important. I'm being guided to read the book. Notice, take the time to notice. Notice how she's just holding on to planet Earth. I'm in New York City, so it's loud. Take time to notice. If you notice there's a little butterfly, just making sure that you can see it right there. And of course, butterflies are all about transformation, right? And so noticing so that it comes to your awareness. And once things are in our awareness, then we can do something about them, right? We can make decisions about this new awareness. We can respond differently to the new awareness. We can, um, reflect on it and get to the points of understanding. So this fast energy that we're all experiencing right now is a beautiful energy, and it can, feel a bit confusing and chaotic. And so that's why it's important to take time to notice, spend time with yourself, reflect, and focus on connecting to your awareness of what's happening, what you're feeling, and what's coming up for you. Okay. The other tarot card that I got is the Ten of Earth, which is the Ten of Pentacles. I mean, it's just joy, right? Joy, and it says contentment comes from knowing that your finances are secure and your family's material needs are taken care of. It's important to honor all traditions and have pride in your heritage and the accomplishments of your ancestors. So, the messaging here is, I'm going to summarize it a bit before I pull more cards, is there is a fast moving energy right now of transformation and of change that is going to be felt within your system, within your being, realizing and feeling like you want to change, that you want to try new things, that you want to move to a different place in life, right? And whatever that is for you, this is a collective reading. It is a general reading. So I'm just being very guided by my guides to put this out there. So I hope it's resonating with some or all of you, but take whatever feels good and leave whatever does not. But if you're feeling like there's a shift within you, and it's okay if you're not understanding it completely, that's what this work and this messaging is really all about. It's all about basically being observant of it, aware of it, and taking some time to connect with it, align with it, and start to uncover what it means and what that might mean for where you're going in life and where you're going, whether it's your relationships, your career, just your own evolution. There is a huge internal evolutionary change for the collective right now. It's just, oh, look at this. So this just popped out, and this is the life experience card. And we're basically talking about, right, what are we experiencing in our lives and how can we tap into it, connect to it, so that we understand and start, saying to ourselves, okay, something is changing within me. What does it mean? Get curious. Let me get curious. Let me try to figure this out. Let me try to explore and take some more time to be observant and aware of it. Because I'm telling you, we spend so much time just living, doing the things that we have to do, doing our responsibilities, right? Just doing, and less observing and getting curious and spending time with ourselves and aligning with what our true soul wants and what our life purpose might be, or why something isn't feeling right, and how can we explore the reason for that and how we can move into a new direction. So if you're feeling all of those things coming up, it makes complete sense because that's the energy that we're in. But also, it's a beautiful thing because you're aware of it. So now it's just time to continue to explore that awareness and get curious and start trying to figure out, what your next steps are. What might that new direction be, right? Maybe it's moving to a new place. Maybe it's changing careers altogether. Maybe it's doing that soul aligned work that you've been thinking about, right? So it can be anything, but the important thing is to slow down, acknowledge the energies that you're feeling, and spend some time with yourself. Okay. So the life experience card, again, so there's butterflies everywhere. Butterflies, right? It's transformation time. Okay. This is transformation time. So important changes are coming into your life that will require you to take action. Don't hesitate to move in new directions are right for you. What else do I need to say, my beautiful beings? I mean, I should have just read this card to begin with because I think it really just clearly described everything that I've been trying to put into words that make sense. Yeah, at the bottom of the deck, Seven of Pentacles, right? So there, I think a lot of you have already been feeling this, you have been feeling this energies, and there might be some, planning that you've been doing or thinking about what resources you have and starting, I don't know. This might not resonate for everyone, but the Seven of Pentacles or the Seven of Earth, which is the cow card, is saying the planning, resources, and efforts you've invested in your dream will reap great rewards. In the meantime, have patience and meditate on your next step. So again, there's something within you that you maybe have already started to sort of work on and plan and put together some directional pieces. And this is just letting you know that you're in the right direction. You're following what your soul is calling you to do. You're following those signs and that new experience within you that you're feeling, and doing things to continue to explore that and make it happen eventually. So that's beautiful. Let's pull some oracle cards from the guides of the hidden realms, because these guides, and this is a beautiful deck by Colette Baron Reed, and I've just been feeling really connected to the other realms. Whoa, too many cards, too many cards. Okay, I don't even know what's. Okay, they're telling me to take all of these. I put two away, but okay. Okay, the first card is the consequence of fear, contraction, the frequency of fear, self-fulfilling prophecy. And the message I'm getting is, right, and it's interesting because I did a Taurus new moon video just yesterday, and the theme was to take control of your fear. So if you guys are feeling guided to watch that one, then please go right ahead. I'll have it in the description box below. But the message that I'm getting again is, anytime that there's transformation and there's energy for new things, and you're sort of feeling like that you're supposed to take a leap or supposed to start something new, or that things are changing, there is absolutely definitely fear that's going to come within you. And I'm telling you right now, even just me with this YouTube channel right now, speaking to all of you, has been a big change for me. I was guided to do this about a year and a half ago, and I've been sort of playing around with it because I've been scared shitless. Okay. And because it's different, it's weird. And I mean, I've always known that I've had these gifts and I've wanted to be of service to humanity. But I think when you start realizing what that might look like and what that might feel like, it's extremely anxiety producing and can be, almost put you in a point of stagnation. So, but there is a consequence of that, right? So you can work through your fear every day, just a little bit, right? And again, it's all about self-awareness and noticing. As soon as it comes up, speak to it, get curious about it, ask it questions. Why are you here? What are you afraid of? And get to know yourself at a deeper level. And trust me, that will make a big difference. Okay, I think this was the next card that came up, and it came up upside down. Treasures in the deep and dark, shadow work, healing, old wounds. Spirit is really here, letting us know this is a very, very similar message. There's work to be done within us, always. It's not just you or somebody else or me. We're all carrying certain things within us that need to be worked out. And that's part of the process. That's part of healing. That's part of growth. And when we get the calling to kind of shift things and go through a transformation, a lot of times, and most of the time, actually, I should say, it involves the deep healing work that most of us, I would say, rather not do. But if you're here and if this is resonating with you, then you're ready, and you probably have already started doing this type of work, and it's going to get you exactly to where you need to be. So, very, very powerful messages here. Okay, this one is all the time in the world, and it says having enough time, time management. It did come upside down, so I'm going to read that one, and I also want to read the protection one with the woman holding the planet Earth. So let me just read this one. Okay, the reversed. Sometimes, so the key aspect of this card, all the time in the world, is the quality of time, stretching time, man-made versus natural time, running out of time, time management, slowing down, and too much focus on the future. Sometimes the present moment feels boring, like traveling through a desert with no end in sight. You keep asking, are we there yet? Do you know how many times I've asked that or even thought it about my own journey? To escape this tedium, you decide to focus only on your future goals, even asking the oracle to predict the timing, the form, the when, the where, the how, and so on. When you become too fixated on the future and all its potentials and possibilities, you can become destabilized in the present. Your frequency short circuits as you broadcast so many mixed messages to the universe, and you end up even stymied. Let go of your need to know anything beyond this present moment. That is such a huge lesson for me. That is like probably one of my hardest lessons that I'm very stubborn about. Just so I'm with you. I'm with all of you. Trust me. It's enough to know you are on the right path. Keep your focus on what you can accomplish today. Your dreams and desires will emerge from the invisible realms in divine timing and in perfect form. Great treasure is just up ahead. Whew, that is a big message because it is so hard to continue to focus on the thing you want to get to, the life you want to have, right? The things that you want to happen and come to fruition, as opposed to right now. Like for me, I'm trying to slow down too, right? Like I'm here, I'm in a beautiful place. I'm dog sitting for amazing dogs. I love dogs. I absolutely love dogs. I connect with them on an emotional and spiritual and deep level. And as I'm walking on the subway, coming here to be with these beautiful babies, I was hit with the sudden realization, like, look what you're getting to do. You're getting to go and spend time, take care of beautiful, amazing animals while you're doing your purpose and being of service through YouTube for people who need you. And there's a freedom to that. I'm not, and trust me, most of my career I was in an office 9 to 5, like, in the matrix, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? But I remember not being happy and not feeling fulfilled and knowing that I needed to change and there was something needed to change. I wasn't feeling aligned. And here I am. But in my mind, I'm still not where I'm still not where I want to be. I'm still not where I want to be. Right. But today, this morning, something just like, I felt this overwhelming joy of like, oh, yeah, it might not be exactly where I meant to be, but this is wonderful. I'm getting to do beautiful things, wonderful things that I love all in one day. So that's the message here. Okay. Yeah, this is the next card that I pulled. It's listening to the ancestors. Inherited patterns, traditions, integrated wisdom versus knowledge. We have such a connection to our ancestors, and they are showing up very, sorry. Okay, sometimes I get very powerful energies. They're showing up hugely in this reading, and what they want you to know is that they're always with you. They're here always with you, and those callings and that calling and that those messagings that you're getting now that sorry, it's coming in very fast, for changing direction and feeling stagnant or not feeling aligned right now with where you are. All of those messagings are meant for you to hear and for you to feel and for you to know. It does not mean that you need to jump off a cliff and change your entire life and uproot yourself or your family. It's not that, but it's about paying attention, listening to the calling, paying attention to your system, paying attention to what's not working, paying attention to what doesn't feel aligned, right? And then going for it, whatever that means, that one little tiny step, just being aware of it suddenly and just saying, okay, I just got this confirmation of something that I've been feeling, messages that I've been hearing, right? Intuitive hits, gut feelings of change. That change is here, that change is coming, that I meant to change, that I meant to go somewhere, I meant to do something different. That in itself, that awareness in itself is the change. Because as soon as you recognize and connect to the awareness, your perception and perspective on life has changed, and you've ignited that vibrational energy to do it differently. And it can take however long it takes, it doesn't matter. But from that moment on, you're living differently because your mind is different, your thinking is different, your approach is different, your perspective is different, right? And so they want you to know that they're always with you and that the messaging that's coming through is there for a reason. Okay, I have to read this. I'm sorry. I know sometimes having these things read can be a bit boring, but sometimes it's important. Key concepts: the past, inherited patterns, both positive and traumatic, Traditions, integrated wisdom versus knowledge. Okay, wisdom consists of knowledge plus experience. We learn from the traditions passed down to us while gaining our own wisdom through education and integrating our current experience. How we apply what we learn varies according to what we need and in which direction we evolve. Since traditions can evolve along with us, some can feel restrictive while others offer timeless wisdom. In your current situation, reliable wisdom is important, so choose the tried and true method. The past offers you a treasure trove of answers. Leave experimenting for another time. You might also be recognizing a pattern or wound from the past coming to light. And a lot of times that is what will cause this like need for reevaluation and transformation and transitioning and change. Do not fret. This is a beautiful invitation to see how far you've come. Isn't it amazing to see how you've already set yourself free to write a new story, one that is now expanding all your possibilities? This is wisdom even your ancestors benefit from. Yes, because our ancestors do not want us to continue doing things the same. They want us to grow. And a lot of times the messaging that comes through from them is so that we can kind of snap out of it, wake up, right? Heal through the wounding that has been with us, not only in this lifetime, but in past lifetimes through ancestral cords and experiences and different, all of it that we bring with us, our soul brings over here. They are pushing us. Their messaging pushes us to say, okay, that's what I've been carrying. I'm going to heal it now. I'm going to process it and release it so that then I can do things anew, right? And my goodness, what a messaging. Okay, what a message. Here's the last card from this deck. And it is, what is holy, what is true. It says appreciation, witnessing the unmerited gift of grace. And it did come up reversed. I'm going to read it very quickly. And I will. This is a sacred quality of life that is easily forgotten when you're caught up in forging your path, getting ahead, and taking care of others. You might pay lip service to the spiritual life you intend to lead, yet you're blind to the gifts of grace in your life. Again, that same messaging of like being in the present moment and appreciating it and being grateful for all of the things that are currently happening. You allow yourself to believe that your efforts alone are what got you to where you are. The real truth is so much wider and expansive. You have always been in an active partnership with Spirit, even if you've ignored this. It's time to wake up and remember your partnership with divine intelligence. Choose to look at every situation through the lens of beauty and sacredness. Miracles exist everywhere, and solutions are available if you genuinely intend the highest good for all. In this moment, humility is a necessary and fruitful pursuit. And, there are messages that come to us all the time. And I think sometimes it's hard to like connect with them and realize them as messaging and even believe that what we're getting and what we're feeling is actually a thing and that we should pay attention and do something about it. And a lot of times it's, we're busy and we're doing things and, we know what we know within this 3D reality. The other realms are so different that, some of us aren't there yet, or it's harder to touch and feel and see. And so we think it's not real. But the guidance is to pay attention and listen, because your soul knows, your heart knows that whatever it is that you're feeling within you, letting you know that this is a time of transformation and change and that there are new things coming, is absolutely real. And it's going to get you to the place that you want to be in divine timing. Okay, I will read now the protection card because I really feel like it's just like smacking me in the face. It's time to retreat simply and quietly from a situation. The magical symbol of the pentagram lends you its sacred sight. This ancient talisman calls you to seek the truth as it encircles you within its energy of protection. It's vital that you're shielded from the harsh energy of others as your sensitivity increases. A lot of you are really awakening, and I know that this is a time of confusion. It can be very confusing and chaotic. I do a lot of that transformational guidance work, so all my offerings are in the description. box below. If you feel like you're needing a little bit more guidance during some chaotic time and where you're feeling a bit confused and not sure exactly what's happening, please schedule have a free coaching alignment session. Basically, I don't even call it coaching. It's an alignment session and we can have a conversation. Or you can sign up for any one of my intuitive readings and we can talk through there. But that's a huge part of my work and why I'm here is to help folks while they're going through transformation and help them through that messy middle. Okay. So there's a ton of ancestral protection around you. And I think it's about protecting your energy and maybe the chaos that might ensue within you when you're realizing that things are shifting and changing. But get excited. I promise you that this is amazing. These things are meant to be happening. You're not going crazy. What you're feeling and the messaging that you're getting is completely accurate. And it is here to push you to beautiful, beautiful places on all different aspects of life, wherever you are and whatever you're working with. So if this is resonating, if you want to hear more about all of this transformative energy that's happening, and if you want to work with me or continue to listen to my readings, please like and subscribe. I am super excited for all of you, and I'm with you on this journey as well. Trust me, I'm with you. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next reading. Ciao.